But yeah, like I wasn't sure. Is he like if the Great Okan was just like super popular in Japan or what?
I mean, I don't think he's the most popular or anything, but he's well known enough.
Max has not been able to sell his Fenrir.
Oh yeah, no, I have not. I definitely have not sold it yet. Yeah, that's something that I will get to selling eventually. It's just, I was asking because it make things way easier to do it that way versus eBay. But um, I'll probably shop it around to see if there's people on Discords that are interested before going the eBay route.
Yeah, I need to check. I can't believe I dropped that. I need to check like Discord to see if anyone wants the OSSC.
I mean, yeah, I still sort of think that. Well, I don't know. I mean, it seems like nothing's really been streamed at Lost Ark lately because I was going to say that that's seeing if he would be interested in it for streaming things would be good, but seems like streams haven't really been happening. I mean, I don't even think I saw streams when on the last like STG meet.
Right. Like I honestly don't know if he's even set that computer back up.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, I like I said, it if Ark is fine with emulating, I don't blame him for just doing that. Like, unless you have a CRT around that you want to use and hook up things to, you're probably best off just emulating anyway. But
Yeah, I mean, it's more that Saturn emulation is still a
uh,
not great place.
I mean, it's not in the best place, but it's very workable. There's
Yeah.
stuff that works. I mean, and also, there's retrobit Saturn pads, so it's not like, as far as controllers, you're.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
Remind me to open up the Saturn pad tonight and see what micro switch it uses so I can finally fix that.
oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't really have time to fool around with all the stuff, which makes sense. Oh, well, I mean, that's good at least. I still need to actually put custom firmware on my PS3. If I can. I don't even know if I can. Do they have it at a point where you can do it pretty much to any PS3? Okay. So, yeah, like, I still need to do that for PS3. I still need to set up my Wii U at some point.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it, no biggie though. They came up with a different exploit for the Wii U, so you don't have to buy a DS game for it anymore. I just need to take a day to sit down and mess with it and set it up.
I mean, I just need to make like a add an alert in my phone to remind me to do it. But, first need to sit down and fix the multiplayer adapters. Well, and I suppose recap my other Saturn's power supply.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is
I mean, not that that's a huge priority because the power supply is working fine.
Yeah. Yeah, too many projects.
I mean, that's relatively fast. Like, the screws aren't even in my Saturn.
Yeah. I need to buy a whatchamacallit. I need to buy the tray for the Dreamcast. The only reason I'm sitting on it is I'm like, well, do I want to buy a tray or do I want to just be full stupid and maybe just get a drive to put in it? I mean, the answer is don't go full stupid, just SD cards.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I tried that, and... I mean, granted, like, I'm sure it's worked better for other people, but... it did not work well for me. I was just like, you know what? I don't think this is worth it. I'm going to go back to the SD card.
Because, yeah, like right now my Dreamcast is more or less taken apart. I mean, not completely, but, I haven't closed it back up because putting the SD card in is a pain if everything's put together.
Oh.
Because they put it like on the side.
Right.
Not really somewhere where it's because, and a GDMU is pretty accessible, like, even without a tray, but... with the mode,
Shock, we're
not
saying not horrible things about GDMU.
I mean, the GDMU trade is good. And, I mean, are you going to be around at Animazement Executioner?
And should go. That's
Because
not going to be making people play terrible fighting games.
That's fine. If I was gonna say if you're gonna be around the Animazement, I'd just sell you my GDMU tray since I can't use it with the mode. I mean, I probably should sell it with the GDMU I have, but I don't really expect to be able to sell that GDMU to anyone, to be honest.
I mean, you weren't able to get it working, right?
I mean, it's already taken out and everything. We probably should try it with your SD card, and that was probably the issue.
But
No
we need
issue.
another Dreamcast to put it in at this point.
Well, you have like 5,
None
so.
of them are the right kind.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Um,
Yeah, that's
it
why I was.
wasn't ready. It wasn't ready to go with the when it wasn't ready to go the other week
I,
executioner because I hadn't gotten my mode yet. But yeah, now that I got my mode, I can safely get rid of my GDMU and it's a fake GDMU, but the tray is good. The tray is the one from Laser Bear. The clone GDMU I was having issues with. I can't say for certain if it's actually working, but we would need to put it in another Dreamcast to test it because we're having issues with it, but both of us, both me and Bonus Lizard here, were having the same issue, and his issue turned out to be that it just stopped working with his SD card for some reason. But the tray should work with the legit GDMU, so yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you're ever around the area again, I can just sell it to you if you're interested, and I haven't already sold it.
But yeah, I mean, also like Max and I have the old clones. The new clones are apparently better.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because the SD card worked fine for what, like 2 years?
Something like that. Yeah.
Like it wasn't. It's just, and at the same time, suddenly the SD card, like in both our consoles, the games kept resetting after about like
5 minutes.
yeah, about 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I like, tried reseating it. I reformatted that card. I got new copies of games, put those on, and nothing worked until I just used a new card, and then it worked fine.
Like if the SD card did that from the start, I'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But the fact it took like 2 years for it to just like stop working made no sense. So I'm inclined to think that my GDMU most likely works, and it was just the SD card since we're having the same issue. Yeah. I don't know. What I
But
do know is the mode seems to work.
but yeah, like of my 4 other Dreamcasts, 2 of them are Asian VA zeros. One of my US ones is amazingly also a VA zero. Like those are
Uh,
pretty rare. Not that that means it's worth any money. It's not. It's like worth less money because people want VA ones, not zeros. But and then my one that is a VA one doesn't do video out for whatever reason. Like it just does not get a video signal, and I
oh,
don't know what's.
I think I have a second Dreamcast. I don't think I sold that one. I should have a second Dreamcast we could throw it in for testing. I still think on this boss you should try and switch each cycle to see if the second form will die faster if you do
Oh
damage
yeah,
to it first. Well, you're probably past it now.
yeah I am.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm looking on Twitch.
Yeah,
So,
no, it's fine.
yeah. Yeah, like a Plant Gal should just buy my Fenrir. I think he looked before and his model was the one I had. I could be wrong, but
Oh,
I mean, if not, then oh well. But
Yeah, but no. He wants to play discs that he has in storage and doesn't have available in his house. And he wants to get rid of any ways to declutter. But,
yeah.
Doesn't. Yeah, it's fine to let go of discs, people. Those drives are going to die.
I agree. Yeah. Honestly think, if you want to collect the discs, that's fine. Just collect them. Don't worry about playing them. Oh, Cal's awake.
Yay.
Oh yeah, I apologize for making you find out how bad Kobo was.
Oh. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's mostly just disappointment because that face was real good.
Oh yeah, no, it was real good.
But like everything else was just like, oh no. No, 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 no.
I mean, it was real funny that the other day, all three of them, the new members, were streaming at the same time for some reason, and they were streaming Apex, Valorant, and Teamfight Tactics.
Which inadvertently reminds me, Suzu did a members only stream the other day,
Uh-huh.
which, she hasn't done one of those in like eons. And it was
Uh-huh.
Overwatch of all games. It's like, what are you
Oh,
doing, Suzu?
that's weird. Maybe YouTube told her she needed to put out some members only content, or else it will be. I could have sworn there's something before where YouTube was like, you have to do something every once in a while, or you don't actually get to keep memberships.
I mean, maybe that would make sense. Like, still weird. Like, Apex, Valorant. That's what I would expect
Yeah.
at this point.
I guess she just really wanted to play some Overwatch.
I mean, I suppose the answer is that none of those other games have gorillas in them. And Suzu's a real big fan of gorillas.
Ah, okay. I didn't realize. That's cool. I still.
I mean,
can't
I haven't
believe
actually
that-
watched her play. I'm just assuming she plays Winston.
Oh, okay.
Because that would be on brand for her.
I still have immense disappointment that Tall Hammer Girl is mostly into League of Legends.
I mean, yeah, it's terrible.
Can't even think of too many people in Hall Live that are into League of Legends. Like I think Aqua played a lot of it at one point or another, but
Okay. Okay. If it did not let me get that extend, I was gonna be pissed. It's like, how dare you, game? How dare you? Now we get to the part of the game where it's impossible to see anything. It's the unhelpful camera and the weird colored background. Okay. Okay. Last boss.
let's go.
Mm.
That's a shame because you're going for the bomb thing, right?
Yeah. Yay!
Hooray.
I did it. I actually did it.
This time with 2 lives left, even.
The game could only stonewall me for so long.
Well, congratulations on your 1cc.
Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Okay. So now what?
I don't know.
I mean, the answer is to probably play some, like, Judgment Silver Sword. Since that's on this as well.
Since it's on what now?
Judgment Silver Sword is on this disc.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Thank you, Max, for the turn punch bits.
Okay, so yeah, like this having Judgment Silver Sword with it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.